What up, my people? It's your boy, Kia, and once again, welcome to the Key and Pie. Let's roll. Hey, we're chilling. We're chilling, we're vibing. And today, I have a special episode for you guys. And the episode is titled, I'm going to be reviewing my top 5 album of the year 2024. It's mine. It's my opinion. I know there's a lot of opinions out there. And let me make it specific. Top 5 Afrobeat album of the year 2024, in my opinion. Um, and this artists have put in work. These guys I'm gonna be reviewing. Every artist that have dropped a body of work this year. Don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of great from EPs to album. But these guys have been the ones that have I couldn't skip a song on their albums. And with not further ado, I'm gonna start with Victony. Victony dropped a body of work titled "Stubborn."
Me, I know they hear what you want. And I stop on gun. Me, I know fi be your idol.
Victony is one of those artists that I am like a great fan of. Like I'm just a big fan of his art, and his sound is so unique. Like his voice is so angelic. Like one of my first ever Victony record that made me really a fan was Colomento. Like Colomento One. Like go listen to that song. And I have a few Victony reactions on my channel. One being Everything, which is also on this body of work titled Stubborn. Stubborn at everything, man. From like top heats to like great lyrical written song. Like Pure 46 is crazy. Like even Stubborn the record is crazy itself. Like but Victony's pen game is out of this world. I was really impressed and by just the creativity that this album had. And I think it's one of those albums that is really underrated. So go check it out. Go listen to Victony's Stubborn album. Is a really well constructed body of work. There are no skips. Like there it's just one of those albums that you can't get wrong. So shout out to Victoria on that one. Next in line for me is Young John Jiggy Forever. Jiggy, like Young John is, as we all know, is a wicked producer. Like what Young John is a wicked producer that transitioned into an artist that for me his sound is not competing. Like there's no other artist in the Afrobeat scene that can compete with that sound. And these records are like so upbeat. Like if you listen to like records like Bahamas, if you listen to uh big things, like yeah, like but when you hear those records, you always think that like you get tired of the sound, but you actually keep coming back to the sound, and I think it's just how he sings, how he flows. Like Young Juck's sound is so unique. So, he dropped an album titled Jiggy Forever, and because he's Jiggy Forever, man. Like, and that album has songs like Bahamas.
If I find love me, I cannot do that. Money matter, my look at me Lara. I want to carry a red designer. I'm on a believe I did my
Tony Montana, Stronger, which was dedicated to his late mom, which is actually my favorite song off that album. But Young John is an artist that is like I'm actually looking forward to more things from him next year. But Jiggy Forever is a great album. It's one of those albums like it's a summertime album. Like just put it on your car ride with your friends, rooftop down, and you guys are just going out to the beach and just blasting good music, man. Shout out to Young John on that one. Next in line is Wizkid Morayo. As you all know, Morayo album is actually the last album I've reacted to this year on my channel because it dropped in December, really. But it was more like one of those save the best for the last sort of album. Like this album is dope. Like I from the first record, which is Troubled Mind, to Pray, to Loose, to A Million Blessings, to Empress Minuit. What else am I on my to Don't Care, which is one of my favorite. Like this album out everything. Like Wizkid has always been someone that's taken his time with his body of works, and he is barely missed. So like for me, this in my opinion is Wizkid's third best ever body of work. You still have Superstar, you still have Made in Lagos, but I think this comes in line after that, and which says a lot. Like for an artist who has been in the game for over a decade to still be doing it. So go check it. Go check out my album reaction of Morayo on my channel. I did speak a lot on that, but that this album has no skips. I see this album do a lot of big things in 2025. I'm talking about tours. I'm talking about award shows. This album's gonna do big things next year. It's already doing it. So shout out to Wizkid for that. Next in line for me is Tems Born in the Wild. Like Tems Born in the Wild. When that album dropped, I think he dropped around, I think it was June, if I'm not mistaken, June, around that time earlier this year. I've been waiting, like, if you look at my channel, like earlier in 2023, I did a reaction that stated that in terms of artists to look forward to in 2024 in terms of their albums, and Tems is one of those artists that I mentioned, and I did mention that she had to drop something in 2024. Like she had to drop an album because she already had great singles. Like she already had great EPs leading to that. Like most notably the record with Future and Drake, "Wait for You." But so I was waiting on an album, and she dropped a dope album titled "Born in the Wild." This album had everything from songs like "Burning," "Get It Right" featuring Asake, "Unfortunate," and the song "Born in the Wild" too. Like this, like Tems rapped on this album. Tems sang on this album. Tems did a little bit of reggae on this album. It's just a great the album out. The album had everything. So I encourage you guys to go check it out if you haven't listened to Tems Born in the Wild. Um, and like she is one artist that I feel like I said, I don't see as an Afrobeat artist. I see as a mixture of Afro fusion, Afro electric, Afro R&B, and you can throw a little bit of Afrobeat in there. But Tems is just, she's killing it right now. She's killing it right now. She did a lot of big things in 2024. That album, she performed in the central scene in Oslo. She also did a show in Miami, Florida at the Fillmore. That was most recently in August. So she had a really really good year, and she also performed in Everton, Apollo in London as well. So this year for Thames, the album was great. Great album. And lastly on here is Asake Lungu Boy. You know, Asake has had a career path and trajectory that, as in my opinion, it's just been crazy. Like every body of work that Asake has dropped has elevated his career to an all new level, and Lungu Boy did that for me. Like this album adds songs like Mood, Active. Active was actually played on Cristiano Ronaldo's Instagram channel when it was working out and listening to the song. MMS featuring Wizkid. Oh yes, Caden. Like this, the album had everything. Like there's no skips on this album. Like to me, this is the best album, bro. Like this is the best album of the year. Like I can't even. There's no cap to this. This album is crazy. So like Ashake, he also performed at the O2 in London on this album as well. And this album is just one of those that like I said, like every Ashake body of work has taken him to that next level. And this in my opinion is gonna give him a lot of awards, gonna give him a lot of shows. As we all know, Ashake is going through some label issues right now with his label YBNL. I don't know if you all know that, but that's something going on most recently. I think there's some label issues going on between the both of them right now. So hopefully that get resolved because he's one artist that is super talented. Like his voice is so unique. Like Ashake, in my opinion, is the type of artist that will take the industry to the next level. Like if we were talking about Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido, you gotta throw Ashake in there right now. Like that's how great it is. That's how good this album is. Active, man. Oh yeah, I'm active. Dope song. Mood is actually a great like the lyrical content of this album. Like Asake spoke his truth on this. Like from start to finish, he spoke his truth. Like you could just tell an artist that was growing on this album. You could just tell that you could just sense and feel the growth on this album. So shout out to Asake on this. And that brings my top five, like albums to look albums of 2024. These guys they put in a lot of work. Victony, Young John, Wizkid, Tems. Victony with Stubborn, Young John with Jiggy Forever, Wizkid with Morayo, Tems Born in the Wild, Asake Lungu Boy, crazy body of work. So that brings a wrap to my top five body of work album of Afrobeat album of the year 2024. I'm looking forward to what these guys have in 2025. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what artists and what albums that you really liked in 2024 and what artists you're looking forward to in 2025. Leave a comment in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy holidays and a blessed new year. Peace out.